Hi friends, David here from Learn Stage Lighting, and today we're back again. We're learning about stage video. That's right. Here, what I've done in front of me is I have got a DVS Optic 2 LED panel in pieces. Why? Because ultimately, if we're going to review a video wall, if we're going to talk about a video panel and show you guys how it ticks and what's special and unique about it, and give you that full review of something that we've paid for out of our own money, and these opinions are all our own, then I want to take it apart and really show you what makes these things different, what makes these things great. You've probably already seen it behind me in this video and some of our other videos. This is a DVS Optic 2.9mm LED wall. Now, most people would say in general that you should put people with a 2.9mm LED wall. You really should keep people at least 8 feet in front of it in order to get a camera to focus on it and make the wall look clean. Well, here with my camera, which I admit is not an expensive camera, it's a Sony ZV-E10, we've got this wall, we've got me, hopefully in focus, it looks in focus to my eyes, and the wall looks great. And that's one of the things that just, first impressions of this wall since I've got it, I've put it up, I've put it through its paces, is it looks really good, and it looks really good on camera and exceeds the expectations of how close we can get to it and still focus without getting the moire effect, right? We'll talk more about that in a few. Okay, I want to talk first about, you've seen the visual, right? It's a really nice looking wall. With a very standard, inexpensive camera. It is a CMOS camera, which should have problems with LED walls, but honestly, we don't. We don't have any strange banding. We don't have any kind of refresh rate stuff going on. We're not seeing moire effect on it directly. And what that is basically is when the pixels get in focus, they make zebra stripey patterns. A good example of this actually is if I go to my overhead camera right now, what you will see right there on this panel and that module is those in focus and kind of the zebra stripey pattern. Yes, the panel's off, but you get the idea. That's what you see on your wall when it's in focus, when you get that moire effect. Okay. Often that's from somebody getting too close to it, and you trying to keep them both in focus. It doesn't work well. Anywho, these panels. DVS has been on the scene for quite a while. In terms of LED wall timeline, they offer a 5-year warranty, which we really like. And in our opinions, so far, they've been the best customer support brand that we have found that also offers really great, really reasonable pricing. That's a solid price for a really good product. And so that's why I want to look at this panel here. So again, this is a 2.9 panel from their Optic series, which this is their low-end wall, people, okay? And if you think their low-end wall is nice, their Retina and their touring walls above that are really great. But what we've got going on here, guys, is a couple things I want to show you. First and foremost, on the back, there is a detachable brain, okay? Not every LED wall has this, and a couple things you want to note about these brains is they are completely convection cooled, okay? Some of the cheaper walls you see out there, even some of those walls that are honestly at the same price level as this wall, they're going to be fan cooled. And when you take, 15, 30, 60 panels that are fan cooled and you put them all up in a wall, yeah, that gets loud, okay? It's a really great cable-less design where, you've got your Novastar A5S Plus card on there. Very standard, but again, there are some panels on the market that sit at the same price point as this panel that use subpar cards. And that's generally going to make it harder to look good on video, have lower reliability, etc. Okay, then we've got the circuit boards themselves, and then these risers that connect directly to the modules in the back. So check this out. I'll literally just go ahead here and flip it around, right? And then I'm going to go ahead and put this brain back on. It's got real PowerCons from C-Tronic, PowerCon compatible connectors, and EtherCon. The jumpers that you get with a DVS wall are true C-Tronic EtherCon connectors, true C-Tronic PowerCon connectors. It's good stuff. They're not cheaping out with just like regular network patch cables that often have issues. And so when the brain's connected, now what we'll see on the front side is that right here we have the pins sticking through. So it's entirely cableless to the module. So the modules, if you're not familiar, are the LED panels that make up the wall. Okay, they have up arrows, for example here, and they connect magnetically to the wall itself. Okay, and they have some alignment pins that allow you to get it into place, get it placed right there on the brain, so they're good to go. Okay, while we're here, before we stick this module in though, I've got to show you that we have some really nice locks. They push through and turn to tighten to the panel next to them. They work really great, top and bottom, side to side. And good solid handles for carrying, not only on the sides, okay, which are great for hoisting it into place, but also a good handle that is not spring-loaded, because those springs break all the time, that allows you to pick the panel up when you're walking a further distance. Okay, modules on the optic panels are left-right modules, and so what that means is when you buy a wall, there are left modules and there are right modules on your panel. DVS will send you, in terms of total module count, the percentage of modules that they offer as complimentary spares. I believe it's 5%, but don't quote me on that, or else we'll put it on the screen if I'm wrong. And so, you know, this is what it really takes to build a good panel. It's also got a really nice frame, really solid, and from everything I've seen, everybody I've talked to, in fact, this is not even a new wall, this is a used wall. The frames are really great. Some of the other brands out there in the past have had issues with frames bending, curving over time. Not an issue with the Optic series. Replacing a module, as we're about to do here, is really just as simple as grabbing your module. It's easier to do in a larger wall than this. Make sure the up arrow is up. There are small pins on the back as well as the magnets to align it. So once everybody is aligned, sometimes it takes a try or two, you'll get it lined up real nice and be able to press it in. It is worth noting, especially when you've got bigger walls and you're trying to service them from the front, there are vacuum tools available. They are a couple $100 typically, a few $100. They're actually fairly expensive in my mind. But if you're doing a lot of this, it's well worth it. It is a lifesaver. Okay, so I've got that module. It is actually still not quite in. You always want to be gentle with modules, just so you don't knock LEDs or masking off. And now we've got that all pressed back in, ready to go. Okay. Other awesome features of this panel that really set it apart in my mind, and in our minds at Learn States Lighting Gear, is you've got corner protectors. You have metal pins, top and bottom, that assist you with the alignment. Okay. So you'll flip that corner protector back, and even once you flip the corner protector back, there's edge protection, where this edge, actually we'll go to our top view here, so that this edge, when it sits flat on the ground or on a table like we've got here, okay, it prevents the edge of the module from impacting the ground, even if the corner protectors are off, okay, and that is super helpful, super ideal. Not every panel has that, and it's a lot easier to damage them when you're setting them up and rearranging them if you don't have that edge protection. They also offer, this panel, a high refresh rate of 3840 Hertz, which is really kind of the standard, what I would always recommend to people. But sometimes there are brands out there that advertise a lot that are selling panels that have less than 3840 refresh rate. Don't buy those. Thank you. In terms of reliability, these panels have a reliability that's way higher than we've seen. Occasionally, you know, there's of course pixels can get smacked off the sides. Of course, that happens. That's physical damage. But in terms of pixels or modules having issues, Our reliability relayed on these and with our customers has been amazing. That's part of, I think, the main reason why, honestly, there's a 5-year warranty on these walls, is the fact that it's such a good quality piece and so reliable out of the box that they can offer a 5-year warranty, and it's not a big deal because they don't get that many claims, which is the kind of people we like to work with here at Learn Stage Lighting Gear. The fly bars on these are great. Okay, so the hanging bars can sit on the top of the panel like we have in our demo wall here. All right, there's a hook that you can hook, attach it to your rigging, to your truss, what have you. But there's also feet on the hanging bars, and this is really cool. So they have an accessory that has a coupler clamp called the TRC6, I believe, that allows you to bring it back and hang it from truss, ground support it from truss, etc. The fly bars are also the base bar, and you can unscrew these. You can remove these feet completely, as I've done behind for a much cleaner look. But the fact is, you can set this up as a base, right, and then go vertically with these panels on it. And so that's a 2-in-1. Not everybody does that. There's other brands of panels where you have a different bar for when you're ground stacking from the top. That just seems wasteful and silly to me. So I'm really glad that DVS doesn't do that. All in all, the Optic series offers a variety of pixel pitches, indoor and outdoor. And this has just quickly become our go-to recommended portable panel for people. It looks quite nice on camera. Yes, there are panels that look nicer that cost 3 times more. But for the cost, the balance, I would say for anybody looking to get into LED walls, you're looking to use it for rental, for a church space, for live events, at a venue, and you want to be able to set it up, port it down, take it down, do creative stuff, digital signage on a temporary basis, like not 24/7 digital signage. The DVS Optic is really a great option. And I say that because, you know, it's not in terms of gear. There's a lot of LED wall companies. We get approached by a lot of them. Many of them, we would make more money than we make on these panels, but it's just not the right fit, right? So that's why we really like these panels. We've been really happy with them. You're going to see them continuously in our studio from now on. And we hope you check them out. If you are looking for an LED wall, hey, we've got a calculator that's going to walk you through choosing the type of wall you need, walk you through you know, the sizing, and give you some options as to what the numbers might look like and our best choices. Go ahead, check that out at the link below. Check out the walls and packages we have at Learn Stage Lighting Gear. If you have any questions, just fill out the calculator. We would love to help you figure out what wall's great for your space, answer you the questions you have, and follow up with the support so that you're able to really get going with it. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.